Hello, Guilders, and welcome back to Precipice of Prestigia. Thank you so much for the break, for letting us, for hanging out while we took a break. We're back. We're gonna dive right back on in. So I'm gonna say, yeah, Nyx, you find yourself surrounded at this point by just a bunch of baddies. They all appear to be brandishing different kind of accoutrement in terms of weapons. They have you see one of them is kind of very goopy. Another one appears to be like somewhat feathery in nature. Another one has like large elephantine features and tusks and is quite large. You see just several like robots with these kind of aesthetic and features who are kind of surrounding you. What do you do?
I will I'll take out my gun and I'm gonna shoot them with this knowledge gun.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to, I'm going to say roll to you unleash your powers.
All right. Oh, that's a miss.
That's a miss. So with a miss, you are going to do. As you push forward with the knowledge gun, you realize that instead you're like holding it backwards actually, and instead of draining the knowledge from the construct, you drain some knowledge and absorbing it. You drain some knowledge from yourself and give it to Atropos. So what knowledge do you give to Atropos?
I don't know. I don't know what knowledge Nyx would know. You guess he can have where the baddies' caches and stuff are.
Well, I guess. What do you think? Do you think maybe Nyx might know a secret?
No, not really.
You know, he is baby. That is fair.
But I mean, if people ask him stuff, he'll tell them. He doesn't really.
That's true. He is a pretty open-ended person. So I think in this moment, like, you're kind of just almost ending up like just stunning yourself as you are sharing like this kind of openness with the android assault figure. Go ahead and roll to take a powerful blow.
All right. Let's see. Miss again.
That's good for taking a powerful blow. You stand strong. So like you come under just whales of blows as just all of these individuals, all these robots just start walking up and just start punching on you, start beating you down. And even in your tiny, extremely strong form, they're just kind of laying the smackdown on you, and kind of holding you down. You are okay. You're not being truly damaged at this point, but they're kind of just like pinning you a little bit. And at this point, the other three wander, and Starlight, Lola, and Remy, you see, just a swarm of these kind of androids that Starlight described, although they are modified in different ways, and they just all seem to be just laying this hurt on some thing in the middle of this beat down pile. What do y'all do?
Don't everybody speak up at once.
Do you want to get started, Remy, or should I just lay down destruction on these fools?
Listen, if you would like to lay down destruction on these fools, go for it.
Yeah, take your time. It's okay.
He's fine. What's the worst that can happen? He explodes?
Oh yeah, he's caught in the collateral damage. That's probably a bad thing. Well, I'm moving forward with it.
Go for it.
I'm a burn a reality storm. So this time I think she's gonna fire like off arrows of magic at these bots.
Sure. So
unless it's a new scene, do I still have the same burn from before?
I think you still have the same burn from before. I think it's
Okay, cool.
it's close enough. So as you unleash these arrows, I'm trying to remember. Do you you just get this right? Like because the burn is the let me double check with the reality storm.
It's
yeah,
I roll freak instead of danger.
yeah. When directly engaging a threat, absolutely. Go ahead and roll that directly engaging a threat.
So I'm gonna roll danger and then add 3. Because right now I'm in a Oh, well, okay.
Nice.
Kapow.
Oh yeah, excellent crit. So what does it look like as you fire off these arrows of magic, of these arrows of time magic at these automatons?
I might be embellishing a little bit. I just imagine that multiple versions of Starlight show up all knocking back arrows. And she'll be like, all right, bots, time's up.
Amazing. Yeah, the arrows just rain down, penetrating. In addition to the awesome visuals, you also get 2 of the following. You can resist or avoid the retaliatory damage. You can choose to take something from them, and this can be anything. This can be anything like the high ground or like something as material as Nyx, right? You can create an opportunity for your allies, or you can impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. And you get 2 of those.
I would like to take Nyx from them.
Hell yeah.
Good choice.
And
Good choice.
Now, let me also just say, as to be open information as the dungeon master, is as a result of you directly engaging a threat, there is going to always be a level of retaliatory damage that will happen. So if you don't choose to resist or avoid their blows, that is a guarantee.
Oh, and I'm 4 out of 5 conditions. I'm gonna. I think with that, Starlight's gonna choose to resist or evade their retaliation.
Okay, nice. Yeah, excellent. I love it. So Starlight, you fire in several arrows, like knocking back and giving penetrating the like deep core of the automaton's forms as they're like going over to just continue to slam Nyx, like giving him enough pause for you to, another one of your time copies, to shoot an arrow directly underneath him, allowing Nyx to hop on and just ride the arrow like a surfboard. Like, and I just imagine, Nyx takes control of it and he's just flying through the air, and he winds back up at the party. He got the 15. He flies on the time arrow and he lands with the party.
Like a tiny broom.
Yes.
Some Devil May Cry shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Devil May Cry 3 when Dante just fucking surfs on this rocket.
Exactly. That's 100% the vibe. And like as you're like the automatons are going to retaliate, and they're like going to strike into your time copies, but they all just dissipate as the blows would rain down, and you avoid any of the retaliatory psychic damage that your potential copies might have taken. Very nice. But you see the automatons continuing to advance forward. What is Lola doing in this moment?
I think that Lola is not doing anything. I think she's just watching and just kind of very nervous about abusing her powers again. I don't think she's doing anything.
Okay. I love that. So I think that as a result of you just trying not to do the most non-combative thing possible, I'm gonna say go ahead and assess the situation. Assess the situation as a result.
Okay.
Assess the situation.
I'll hit.
So you can ask 2 of the following questions. What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is the most vulnerable to me? And how could we best end this quickly?
How can we best end this quickly? You said I get 2?
Mm-hmm.
Throw me them one more time, please.
Sure. What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? And who here is the most vulnerable to me?
What is the biggest threat? Also, that's the second one.
Yeah, I think you're looking around. The way you could probably best end this quickly would probably be just to straight flee from these creatures. Like you get the sense that this is probably a distraction of some nature, that you're being pulled aside in order to distract you from solving the loop. So probably fleeing would be the best way to solve this quickly.
Okay.
The biggest in this, you said the thing that was the biggest threat.
Mm-hmm.
You think that the biggest threat is probably the large elephantine robot that seems to be styled after Thorn in the Side, in shape and size. However, you see that the fact that the automatons are connected together into like as part of the hive mind, it's difficult to say because it seems like you recognize that the automatons seem to be adapting to like new input as they're receiving it from you guys.
Oh.
So I guess actually a better way to say how could you best end this quickly, if you could disconnect the robots from access to the hive mind, that would immediately shut them down.
Okay. Is she immediately next to anybody right now?
Yeah, I think you're next to the whole group. The rest of the party has just entered into the room, and Nyx has just flown over to the doorway on a magical time arrow.
Okay. I think Lola's just gonna say, we need to break the hive mind of those robots. Somehow.
Oh, that should be easy.
Yeah, easy. Anybody got any suggestions on that?
I could psychically connect to all of them and turn them off.
That sounds potentially dangerous for you.
Not really.
Is there a clock in here somewhere?
Yeah, there is a clock. It's naturally a like or an illusory display. You see, it is getting to like about mid or so afternoon. You're still
Remy,
about midway through the second chunk.
Remy notes the clock. This has got to be a distraction. We don't necessarily have the time for this. Maybe we should just get going.
yeah. Going is probably the best plan.
She cracks her knuckles, steps, like interposes herself, but like specifically between like Lola and the machines, and tells everyone, okay, you guys get moving. Starlight, I trust you to formulate a plan. I'll catch up with you guys like in just a moment and you can fill me in. I'll keep these distracted.
But what if we don't need it? I could just turn them off.
Or maybe we can use that power for something else.
I can only use it once either way, and it won't be this.
Then why don't we use that on Atropos instead?
I mean, I do. It's it's less of something that's going to. I could possibly do it again. It's not. I'm just
Can I
thinking
say
you don't
that-
have to. You don't have to sacrifice yourself or bide time.
Can I say that while they're talking, Lola does something?
Sure. What does Lola do?
I think that she takes off towards the robots in with the idea of breaking their hive mind. She jumps in front of them, in front of one of them, and says, "Why are you alive?"
Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh.
Holy fuck.
Damn.
That should not be that funny, but oh my goodness.
Okay, so Lola, are you using your powers in this moment, or are you just being a mean girl?
I mean, it's not even being Lola's trying to get them to break down.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't think she needs to use her powers right now anyway. I think that she's just... If there's a hive mind, what you do is you take one of them apart from it by asking one individually, "Why are you alive?"
It like looks at you and it cocks its head, and you see that kind of ripple out to the other automatons, and they all kind of repeat to you in like disjointed synchronicity to know. And at which point they move forward, and they one of the one that just so happens to look like DJ Glargoplasm like brings down a gloopy metallic hand and hits you, Lola. Go ahead and take a powerful blow.
Okay.
Can I try to defend Lola?
Sure.
Why every time I look for take a powerful blow, I
Well,
cannot find it?
you hold on to that. I'm
It-
gonna.
It's by your condition.
Oh,
I'm gonna. Just gonna.
Can I also try using my power to turn off the robot?
Sure. I'll say go ahead. Which power is that? Or just your fundamental psychicness?
So I have an ability. It's a passive. Your powers evolve and mutate when you're faced with an obstacle or threat. I can mark a condition to unlock a brand new ability, and the ability is gone once the scene's ended.
Okay. Sure. I'm gonna say go ahead and make that roll. Remy, you see the blow coming just a fraction too late as Lola is attempting a form of diplomacy, intimidation diplomacy, and she is, and you are just a fraction of a second too slow as Lola is struck down in front of you. Lola, you feel the claws like rake into you, and you feel that kind of that pain that you had felt before, but it is tense and it is searing. But you realize in this moment, as this thing's claws rake through you, that it naturally reminds you of the experience that you had in the last loop. And I think, I'm curious what Lola is thinking in this moment as she weathers this blow.
if it feels like it did in the last loop, I think that she would freeze.
Oh no!
I think that she would
never
freeze.
freezes.
She never freezes, but she's freezing.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, Lola.
I thought you were like, "What are you doing?"
No, sorry. Lola, you as the as like this gloopy attack comes down on you, you are hit by this, and you are like you feel undamaged, but you are still like caught in this moment of unexpected pain, right?
Yeah.
And I think at seeing this, Nyx will yell out, and everyone watches as just he gets, like, though he's been real tiny, he just gets real huge, like filling the room, and like his fingers kind of turn into like threads of psychic energy and attach to all the robots. I don't think this is a passive ability. It doesn't roll. I think the marking of the condition is what causes it to happen.
Oh, okay, cool.
But then I lose all this power once we're out of danger. So he's like, Lola, no, and just gets huge, and you watch as like all the robots just kind of fall under his control for a moment, and he's just going to cause them to fight each other.
Oh, nice. Absolutely. Yeah, instead of that normal kind of deeper blue color or the bright red of Atropos, or Atropos rather, you see there kind of like the light kind of minty green, blue green of Nyx's color, as they all kind of crack very kind of, I would say, eerie grins, and they just start to beat the hell out of one another. They just go buck wild and start to just slam into each other, smashing each other to pieces as you take
Everyone
control.
out. As Nyx is still just like trying to push everyone out of the room.
Yeah, so the robots are kind of smashing each other. You see that like any of the individuals that had been dilly-dallying in the library have definitely vacated at this point. As you're moving out, I will say, Starlight, you see the corridor of or you see the aisle of books that you know leads to the secret passage as you're being funneled out.
She points it out. It's like, if you want to get in, we can get in through there. This might be our only chance to actually get there, because once I'm assuming all these alarms are blaring, right?
Oh yeah, the alarms never stop. They never stop blaring.
They never
They've
stop.
been blaring this whole time.
Are they even especially angry now?
There's a secondary
alarms
special
have
alarm.
alarms.
Yeah, there's a secondary special alarm that is chiming at the same time as this alarm.
Like, no, shit's really, really bad.
Shit's really bad.
That's good.
I didn't control collateral damage again. But yeah, she points out, it's like, should we just go? I don't think we'll have another opportunity.
We're missing the key, aren't we?
Yeah, you know what? Here's the key, and she's gonna try and I take a penalty to this, but she's gonna try and unleash her powers to say, screw it, let's get this open.
Yeah, and manifest like a pass from a previous researcher.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, make that roll.
Oh, if I mess this up, I'm gonna take a condition, maybe. Oh no. Well, alright, we just have to not mess up.
We'll say,
Send it.
oh, they're perfect.
Let's go.
I was gonna say
Let's
something
go!
about team pool, but you don't even need that full hit. Yeah, describe what it looks like, Starlight, as you manifest this in front of the secret door.
I think she manifests a copy. Can she manifest a copy of her instructor with his pet?
Sure, I love that.
She doesn't manifest a time copy of the Tabaxi page of a book
That's so good.
with his working pass, and commands the door to open.
as you summon Page from a Book, you you see, like, you catch Page from a Book mid-scan of their badge. Like, you seem to pull them into your timeline just as they're scanning in to get into the base, and you see them look at you and they go, "Oh, good, Starlight. This must be the loop. You'll be able to get in and get down into Atropos core, but you need this access code, and it'll give you a secondary code. And he'll tell you, this was several loops ago for me. I'm not sure how long you've been in the loop, but I've only recently become aware. But again, with time magic, things have gone funny. And you see him begin to fade out, and he'll say, you might be able to get out of this loop, but if you can't, and he gets cut off.
I think she pauses and she just kind of stares at where the time clone used to be. And she says, like, kind of like she lands, because usually she's like flying or hovering or something like that. She lands very briefly. It's like, I thought they gave up on me. Anyway, let's go.
The Starlight. It sounds like Starlight flits down the corridor at that.
Yup.
Yeah.
We're going.
Without waiting for a response, Starlight flits down the corridor. Do Lola, Nyx, and Remy like trundle after them as they head off?
Yeah, Nyx shrinks back down and heads down, flies right through the hallway.
Nice.
Remy like urges Lola to go, but like she's going to take up the rear.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, because I think after getting hit like that, and I think she's still kind of in freeze mode, where she's just like kind of like tapping the place where she got scratched. You said that it wasn't actually real. You said it was just painful.
Yeah, I think it's almost more like you're having this moment of, instead of it actually having really truly hurt you, it's just like reminiscent of the damage that had been dealt, and so it's less like it actually harmed you, and it's just more like shocking. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. So I think she just keeps like tapping that area with her hand, like where she got hit, kind of like she's feeling for something. But yeah, if Remy is pushing her along, then that's probably what's getting her to move.
Yeah, as you run your hands over that spot that felt so badly injured, you feel that it wasn't the case. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost like this sense of deja vu, right? Where you're just like,
Yeah.
or being in a dream, right? Where it's just like something happens to you in a dream, and you're like, man, this feels so real, but you know that it's not. But it's just like you can't get over that sense of that feeling of like, not even just like of like that damage that you sustained in the last loop, but like that feeling of being scratched and what that should have felt like, maybe.
Yeah, like out of control-ish.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, but it sounds like, Remy, you are buffeting Lola down the way. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you guys start heading through hallways of sterile white corridors. I'm gonna say, Starlight, as you are rounding the corner, you do see that there are, like, as you are coming down, like the laboratory setting of this is very like kind of corridors with offshoots and chambers. Do you follow the pathway to or do you lead the party down the path where you had originally gone to the Atropos chamber?
Don't we need to get down to the core somehow?
Yeah, so that's what well, it's up to you. That's yeah, your call, your choice.
So we either, just to make sure I have choices laid out in front of us real quick, so we can either go to the Atropos room and confront him possibly, or go down to basically down to his core like we were directed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we could do both.
Or you could do both.
I mean, I don't know what new information we'd be getting by going into his room necessarily.
All of it. Literally all of it.
Unless, somebody misses.
Yeah.
Literally all of it. You act like you can't. Someone else can't pick up the gun.
Nope, impossible.
I think it's less about who could pick up the gun and more about who could handle that information, that amount of it.
Facts.
Well,
You could do that. As a being made out of psionic energy, you could definitely absorb a planet of knowledge. Everybody
I'm
else.
sure one of them could. They could try.
We've already established that Remy kind of has like a weakness to psionic energy, so like, no.
I mean, you can get Lola to try. It's probably not a good idea, but she probably would try.
Above table, I don't think there's any reason why we would go unless Nyx really, really wants to. Because I think we can talk to Atropos from the core itself too.
Listen, straight to the core. Let's go fuck shit up.
All right.
So y'all are heading straight to the data cores.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so y'all start heading on off down like into the deeper section. I'm gonna say as you start rounding the corners into the chamber, you start heading through several doors. The layout is pretty well established, like and labeled. You can tell sections of the different lab leading to different spots. You see one of them is experimentation, another one is labs. You see deep down is the data core, which lead you down several flights of stairs and through several doorways. There is a moment as you guys are heading down one of the hallways. You see that there is like a camera at the far end of like a very long hall that you are heading down. That leads. Yes.
No, I just coughed.
Oh, sorry. No, all good. You see that there is a camera like looking down you, scrying down on you at the end of the corridor. And as you all start walking down towards these, to be the data core, you see the hall leading to the data core. You see the start of the hallway, kind of like the walls close and slam together, shutting your exit as they just slam shut, and they are just stone, basically large stone bricks. And this is about 50-60 feet back from you, and there's about 100 feet of corridor left, and you see more walls start to slam shut, rhythmically advancing towards the group. What do you do?
Wait, are they shutting from both behind and in front, or just behind?
Yes, sorry, they're shutting from both behind and in front. Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep crashing through them.
I was about to say, like, yo, Nyx, take point, because the baby can just, like, bust through these. And Remy's like, everyone follow Nyx, and she's going to continue to bring up the rear in case any of these walls start to actually catch up to us, because, like, she can handle those.
Hell yeah. I love that. I'm going to say, Nyx, go ahead and unleash your powers as you fly towards the oncoming crushing walls.
Kapow.
Oh,
Let's go.
Hell yeah. The walls slam into like this tiny Nyx form, and I think there's this moment of like of silence and shock as like the walls kind of slam shut, and it looks like Nyx has maybe potentially been crushed, when suddenly boom, and the rock shatters and explodes outward, and you just see Nyx like standing or like floating, their tiny like Ken doll sized form in the middle of this like just shattered stone block, as they have just kind of completely like incinerated and crushed the blocks around it, and they just keep flying through, boom 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 boom, as explosion after explosion ripples through the rock blocks that are slamming shut behind them, as you guys just beat feet running out of there. I love that. I'm gonna say that's I think that's good enough. You guys make your way gunning it into the corridor, and I think there's a moment like when like Nyx, you lock the door, you punch through it, and it like both doors, it's a double door, and it both flip open and slam onto the ground, and you all arrive onto the scene, which you realize must be the core of Prestigia, and you see that there are 4 incredibly large crystalline structures that are arranged in a kind of almost like a floating system, or in a zero gravity system inside of this planetary body, and they are kind of floating back and forth as illusory data is passing in and out from smaller subcrystals into the larger crystals proper. However, these data crystals, these cores, they are shining incredibly brightly with the amount of information that they're holding, and like it looks like they almost each look like Nyx's, in the sense that they are so bright and so alive with the amount of energy that is being stored inside of them. And you see them all like glowing dangerously and brightly, and almost like pulsing rhythmically. And I think it's pretty evident to all of you as you kind of bust into this room that even though it's kind of slow at this point, the pulsing is kind of becoming more and more like it's kind of picking up pace. Even now, even this early.
That's how Atropos started a loop. He started this, like, he tried to amass this amount of data and move it. We got to break the cycle somehow. Do we have anything that can shatter this stuff?
I think that at this moment, she knows that she can shatter stuff with her voice. And I think that kind of hesitantly, she puts a hand up, she says, I can.
You got this.
I think we could do it together. For sure.
I mean, there are 4 crystals, there's 4 of us.
All
I
right.
can get all of them if you want.
I meant like a power move. We could all do it together, you know? I'm just suggesting you use a team pool.
We have so many. Here's the thing. Lola could use a team pool by herself.
Well, the
You
team
can
pool,
also-
you have to...
No, you can use it selfishly.
True.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to. We're behind her. We have your back,
That's
Lola.
This
But
is a
what I'm
prime-
saying is, if Lola uses a move and misses, she could use the team pool to act selfishly and then shift one of her labels so she can go from a miss possibly to a hit.
Mm-hmm. That is a good shout. That is a good piece of advice. I will also say, as you're talking about this and formulating a plan, you're looking at these crystals. and just how saturated with the energy that they are. And you think that as you're considering demolition, you think that you're thinking about where that energy might go on that demolition, right?
What if the 4 of these crystals overloading is what causes the explosion after loop?
Then we have to get what it's connected to instead.
Cut the power.
Yeah.
Remy looks between Nyx and Starlight, and she goes, "Listen, you two are the like 2 smartest people when it comes to like this kind of bullshit. I really would appreciate some guidance right now, because all I can do is punch shit."
Can I try to assess the situation to try and do this without, like, find a way to shut him off without blowing us up? Maybe
Sure.
using that secondary, or is that secondary code was just to get us in?
That got you in.
Okay.
Like got the door
Cool.
open.
Cool. I will assess the situation. Can I borrow from? Can I take it? Can Nyx help me to give me a +1?
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna say yes.
And-
What does it look like as Nyx helps?
Nyx is going to make a bunch of other little Nyx appear, and they all just start going through formulas and stuff to try to get to a solution.
Hell yeah. I love that. So just like 5 Nyxes, all Ken doll size, just start like etching, using their index fingers to etch like into the hard steel metal, like formulas and equations and stuff of the floor. Just like trying to do like math and trying to figure out and trying to assist you.
Exactly.
I love that. Yeah, Starlight, go ahead and roll with a +1 from Nyx from the team pool. And then also you can roll with a +1. I'm going to say that your mentor's code, page from a book, gives you access to the computer system in here as well.
Nice. Good. That cuts out the penalty. Let's roll. Let's see if we have full hit.
Ooh, very nice. So for assess the situation, you can ask the following questions. What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is the most vulnerable to me? And how could we best end this quickly?
What in here can I use to shut the power off without blowing us up?
Okay. The problem is that it's not that they are it's less that they are powered on, and it's more that they are filled with power. You know what I mean? It's almost like you have created an active nuclear explosion that is ongoing, and you're generating power off of that, right? But the moment that you turn the safeguards off of it, or it pushes past containment, it becomes a nuke, right? It's a little bit like that, where it's like the thing is already melting down, right? It's already pre-meltdown. So you're going to need to put that energy someplace, as opposed to just because it's basically powering everything else, right? It's the power source. So really you need to figure out a way to like absorb that energy somehow.
Nick's
What
just
here?
picking his proverbial nose.
So what here can we use to do that? Could that be the knowledge gun? Can we use the knowledge gun to?
The information, it is literal information that is being contained in on like via illusions on the crystal. So yeah, absolutely.
This might be. I mean, I don't want to ask how we could best end this quickly, because the quick end is to explode and restart the loop, and she doesn't want that necessarily.
Well, quick end this quickly without, and succeeding, right?
Yeah.
End this quickly in a victory state. Do you want to ask that?
How do I guess so, because it might. I mean, I don't know if the knowledge gun has the capability. It can help, but I don't think that's going to be the end all be all solution. I think it's part of the solution, but I don't think it's the solution. So yeah, I will ask how we can end this without dying.
There are two solutions that are really present to you. At least in my surveillance, there's undoubtedly stuff that I have not surmised. The things are exploding. If you could figure out a way to get them out, then Prestigia wouldn't explode. Or you could use the knowledge gun and your abilities in conjunction with Nyx to absorb the data over time.
We could just move this somewhere where they wouldn't, and it would explode, but Prestigia wouldn't be caught in it.
Like in the astral sea?
Yeah, there's a chance I could move it, possibly.
I mean, if you also are very well aware of the nature of the astral sea, you are able to get it out into the astral sea. These things are big, but they're not that big. Time will slow down for them to such slow speeds that you wouldn't even they probably wouldn't even explode at that point, right?
Right, but then they would just exist in the astral sea in this state.
Literally about to detonate as soon as they came in contact with a time source, a time field. Yeah.
Or we could try and I could try and help Nyx siphon this off.
What do you say?
It's not going to hurt you or anything, is it?
Well, if I try to take it outside, I might fail, first of all.
No, I mean the siphoning.
Siphoning?
Yeah, you said siphon with Nyx. Is it going to hurt Nyx?
If anybody could...
hurt you.
I mean... I've got nothing to lose but time, right? I don't know if it's gonna hurt me. If anybody's able to withstand it, that would be Nyx.
So it would be a risk?
Question above table. I'm assuming there is a risk for either option.
Of course. Risk is inherent no matter what.
Yeah.
On table, Remy was about to be like, literally everything has a risk.
I mean, you asked me how to resolve it quickly, not easily.
That is true. That is true. So, how about it? Nyx, do you think you can take it, or do you want me to try it? Do we want to try and move this out of there?
I mean, I did mention earlier that I think I could stop all this by absorbing the power. It was about 10 minutes ago.
Do you think that would hurt you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not
What
that
if
I
we
can
split it?
come back from.
What if we split it?
Can you regenerate your atoms at a molecular level?
No.
Oh. Then maybe we probably shouldn't split it. Because it might destroy your brain.
I mean, I can't regenerate my atoms at a molecular level, but I'm pretty tough.
But it's going to destroy your brain.
It's not like I use it that much anyway.
Don't sell yourself short.
You do. That's how you walk and breathe and talk.
Eh.
All right, next, let's do this. Our power is kind of what
Can we get into a device? Can we get into a device? Do you still have my crystal?
She looks over at Lola. Unfortunately, it was lost in the blast. I'm really sorry. It wasn't my intention.
It was what?
It was destroyed?
It was what? It was what?
It was destroyed.
It was what?
It wasn't on purpose. Like, we can argue about this later when we're not dead. I'll get you a new one.
We can get you a new crystal.
It's not the same. It's not the same. Everything is on there. My whole life is on there. How?
Do you not back up your data?
It's not the same data.
I lost my stuff too.
I don't care. Where did it blow up? I can go get it. Do any of you have crystals? Something to absorb this thing.
Lola.
Nyx is aiming the gun at the thing right now.
We don't have time to go back and get a crystal. Nobody has their crystals on them right now.
Why? What is wrong with you people?
It was connected to a Tropos, and she's like stands behind Nyx and like offers a hand or a wing, I guess.
Mine? Mine was... You gave mine to a...
No, it was already linked. They were all linked. That's why everybody has to have one. That's how he was getting the data. I was trying to get you away from your crystal so he couldn't spy on you.
Okay. I guess that's fine. I guess. Just do the thing.
So I think as Lola says, just do the thing. You see, you hear a voice cut through the air, and it says, "Why would you do such a thing?" And you see it is another one of these like automatons, but this one kind of has like almost like a monitor for a head, similar to the monitor that Atropos was using to talk with you. And they are flanked by a few more automatons who also appear to be modified in the nature of yourself and your fellow classmates.
Ooh. Wait, Timbo, did you bring in TV headband?
TV headman.
TV headman.
I did bring in TV Headman.
Damn it!
but it's not TV Headman from the Backrooms. It's TV Headman from Saga. Different TV Headman. Different TV Headman.
TV headman.
No, TV Headman though will make a return in Exploits in Tales of the Ryan Nexus Season 2. Check it out.
You're gonna bring TV headman to Torn.
And Exploits, I guess.
And
Gosh.
All right. Wowie, zowie. Okay, anyway.
That's just for you, audience. Those out here watching the miniseries, that's just for you. A little hint, a little sneak peek, a little preview.
Can't believe TV headman.
Now back to the action.
While he comes in to monologue, Nyx is gonna shoot the gun at the core.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers as you do so.
All right.
I will help.
Yeah. How are you? What does it look like as you help, Starlight?
I'm assuming that this knowledge gun might have a bit of kickback to it, so I think Starlight is kind of helping to brace for any knockback.
Are you attempting to brace for physical knockback or psionic knockback?
Psionic.
Okay. I'm gonna say go ahead and let's see what Nyx rolls.
I got a 7.
Okay, next I'm going to allow, because Starlight decided to help you, you can either choose to take a powerful blow yourself, or Starlight will take the powerful blow.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Full hit.
Full hit. Okay. Again, I'm gonna say that because Starlight is helping you in this moment, when you're taking this powerful blow, you can choose to divide it with her, and you can discuss. You and Grams can discuss in this moment as well. So on a 10 plus, you must remove yourself from the situation. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or two options from the 7 to 9 list, which is you provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition, or you give ground, give your opposition an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
I think I'm going to struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions, and I am gonna actually no, because that's actually yeah, I'll do that, and then the other one. What was the other one from the 7 to 9? Provoke someone or
Take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition.
okay. I wanna provoke Starlight and go like, Starlight. No matter what it looks like, even though it'll look like I'm dying, don't let the gun stop. And then I hit 5 conditions, and we'll go into emergency regeneration
Oh my goodness.
while I get fed all this information in this super I'm imagining Nyx's body starts to like glow heavily and float into the air.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That psionic energy, like wave field, just starts to expand harder and harder around him.
Oh, definitely. As the gun is like being almost used like a connecting point of tethered energy between you and the crystal, as it's just kind of like flowing into you. Yeah. I'm gonna say so. Nyx, you are just like completely going through this metamorphosis, and you are going to be out for a little bit as you are recovering and juicing all this energy. I think at this moment we see the Atropos. We see Atropos like say, no, this will not do. You cannot have that. And he like brings his fist up and clenches it, and at which point all the gravity turns off and everybody is floating, like much like the crystals are, and everybody floats up from the pathway. At which point he moves to just attack like regenerating Nyx.
Can Lola defend him?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna say it does. Anybody else jump to Nyx's defense as well? Grimes is sorry. Starlight is a little preoccupied, but I believe Remy would also have the opportunity if they wanted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So go ahead. I'm gonna say Lola roll plus savior, and then go ahead and roll +1 as Remy jumps in.
Okay, so 1.
Nice. So
Yes,
that
I did.
means. So on a 7 and 9, it costs you. Expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. You can add a team to the pool. Take influence over the person you protect, or you can clear a condition.
I'll expose myself to danger.
Okay. And which of the three other choices do you pick?
Oh, fuck. Well, I can't clear a condition.
Okay.
I could take influence over Nyx, and what was the other?
Or add a team to the pool.
And you already have influence over me.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes that pretty obvious then, doesn't it?
I guess I'm just adding to the pool then. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. At which point, Lola, you kind of like dive in front of this like blow that Atropos has gunning for Nyx, and in doing so, he just cold cocks you like dead on in that dead on. Go ahead and roll to take a powerful blow as his robotic fist collides into you.
Fine. This is fine.
Okay, that is the bad one. So
It's fine.
on a 10 plus, choose one. You must remove yourself from the situation, or you lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or choose
What?
or choose two options from the 7 to 9 list.
Is there a way that I can render aid to lessen this?
I think that in this moment, like, because they rolled so high, they rolled an 11. Even if you were to assist, like by subtracting a die roller or something or some such, like, did you add a modifier? No, this is just a flat. This is a 5 and a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
if they had a condition, I would say you could try to comfort them, emergency comfort in the moment. But I think because it's just 5-6, I think unfortunately they're just whacked hard.
What if
Uh-huh.
I tried to help and also Lola used a team pull point? Although this isn't really active, just self.
Yeah, that's just gonna make the number go up, ain't it?
No, you can shift a label down.
Well, isn't this for taking a powerful blow?
Yeah, this is taking a powerful blow,
Oh,
which
never
is just
mind. Yeah.
conditions. That's why I was like the support thing. Otherwise, I think there's nothing you can do, unfortunately. So,
Yeah.
Lola,
So
appreciate the hustle.
We're gonna-
I appreciate the hustle.
yeah, we're
Yes.
gonna do it like last time. How last time ended, where you lose control of your powers.
Okay. What do you think that this looks like as Lola is pushed back, or would you like me to choose?
Please choose.
Okay.
Oh,
I think that there's this moment where Lola, where you're like Atropos' fist connects with your chest, with your sternum, and it hurts. Like his robotic fist is just like embeds itself into your ribs, but it knocks the wind out of you, and you are left like gasping and struggling for breath. And there is this moment when you finally do get you finally clear your lungs and are able to get that deep lung full of air. And as you exhale, a shrill cry that you have never made before, like echoes out of your lips and shreds the automatons in front of you. It cracks Atropos' screen, like causing cobweb of shatter lines to appear on it, and part of like his paneling and wiring is like ripped off and flung backwards into zero gravity, back towards the entry door. Though they remain standing, though the majority of their surrounding robots have kind of been smashed up pretty good by that. As you were struck. So what does Remy do in this moment?
I don't know if there's much for Remy to do other than press the attack on the automatons.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll to directly engage a threat. Are you focusing Atropos?
Yeah, I want to focus Atropos.
Absolutely. Well, the Atropos avatar, right?
Mm-hmm.
just feels disingenuous to say Atropos. You know, their hive mind. It's like, you know, it's like an AI thing. You know.
That's a miss.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to take a powerful blow as like you are going blow for blow with Atropos, and as you move up, you realize that every single motion and every single move that you are doing, it has been pre-calculated and predestined, or like and like and anticipated. They are moving in the exact counter for every single one of the moves that you are attempting to do. And there is this moment of horror and realization that you realize that they know every single one of your moves. They've studied you, not just in what you are aware of, but across different timelines as well. So as you are doing stuff and testing out new things, they're even able to counter some of this other stuff that you're like trying on the spot. But you are incredibly gifted as well, and as they were returning blows back to you, you are also able to parry and rebuff and fight back against their blows, and you are basically locked in this ridiculous martial arts combat in fisticuffs.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a downside to Lola losing control of her powers?
Other than you still having like the wind knocked out of you, so you can't really talk very well, and like it hurts to speak. Like it ripped up like those. It ripped up those vocal
cords.
What do you say?
Vocal cords?
Not her vocal cords. She's just having trouble, like a little bit of trouble breathing right now because of the wind being knocked out of her.
Got it. Okay.
So I think we'll cut over to Starlight. Starlight, you see Nyx's body like ragdolling, doing his regeneration thing that you have, like you like recognize at this point. What do you do?
She's looking over to Lola and Remy, basically running interference for them and engaging them, and she's looking over to Nyx, who's regenerating, and she was provoked to keep this gun going.
Oh yes, sorry. Let me go ahead and Nyx, go ahead and roll that provoke roll as your last roll before your unconsciousness takes you. Thank you for reminding me, Starlight. Important roll.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, what does it even mean?
Oh no!
Oh dear.
The dice really went.
I
Fuck
think
you.
I think Nyx leveled up again.
Congratulations.
Nice.
So there's no penalty either way, but you can do as you will, as always. But there's not going to be any downside or any positive either to you doing it. In addition to whatever choices you make, of course, naturally.
So here's the thing. I don't think she's had the chance. Well, I guess she kind of angered Lola. She kind of they kind of hurt her when they brought up the crystal's your crystal's broken. But I don't think I cleared until the end of the scene. Yeah, I don't think I can clear it now.
The condition, or sorry, yes.
Right. Okay. Cool. So she's then would still have 4 conditions. She can't take. Well, she could possibly take another powerful blow, but if she messes up, she's out.
Mm-hmm.
If she tries to unleash her powers and she messes up, she's out.
Mm-hmm.
If she tries to charge up her powers and it's not a full hit, she's also out.
Right.
So she's kind of in this precarious situation of she's kind of barely hanging on, but she'll keep going. I mean, there's not much she can do except for keeping this gun active.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would be happy to say, like, it seems like the process has kind of started. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like the upload is active. And as you're kind of watching, it seems like the energy is surging through, and it seems like it is nearly completed as you're watching like this larger crystal drain. I would say that I think that you can like try to you would be able to attempt to switch the device over if you wanted, although that would naturally come with some risk. Although if you're just trying to support Nyx like during their regeneration phase, that could happen. That also works as well. You also have the ability naturally to comfort and support other people, even if you're not like next to them, right? Like you could call comforting and supporting things to other folks.
Okay. Who needs a boosty right now? I think she's gonna support Nyx, or she's gonna keep up with supporting Nyx, but also try and comfort somebody if somebody needs comforting or support.
Comfort Lola.
Yeah, she'll.
Breathe.
Oh yeah, that is very true. She'll be like, Lola, I know I'm really sorry about the whole like breaking your stuff thing, but you know what I admire about you is that you don't give up. And I'm sure you're gonna catch your breath soon, and then you're gonna yell at me for screwing everything up.
Hell yeah. Roll that comforter support.
And I take a +1 to this roll.
Nice.
Because I have influence over Lola.
Whoa.
Full hit.
Nice.
Let's
Get comfort
go.
12. Or no, it's 11. Sorry.
Hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, also Starlight. I would also say, since you before in the previous scene when you attacked the janitor and you unleashed your powers, I would say that was taking foolhardy action without talking to your team, so you can go ahead and remove insecure.
Oh heck yeah.
Sorry, probably should have recognized that before. So many things
Hard
to keep track
control
of.
that shit. Yeah, so
It's a lot.
the exact same thing at the same time.
Yes, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Just trying to see if anybody else has done anything. Okay. Starlight.
Yeah,
Go on.
oh yeah, she's going to support Nyx unless she gets the idea that there's no saving this, and the only alternative is to move it. But if it's okay for now, if the plan is going through okay, then she's gonna keep with Nyx.
Yeah, definitely. You do get the sense though that the upload is coming to an end very, very swiftly. Amazing. So I think we cut back over to Atropos, who in their like busted form, you see they like look over at you, Starlight, and they say, I don't understand. I know that you are a researcher. Your file is very much clearly associated with the search and quest for knowledge. Why would you do this? And as you say this, like you kind of see there are like multiple panels in this kind of the walls of this geodesic dome that you guys are kind of floating inside of that begin to flip open, and inside are more androids, like all with like robot style head or TV style heads that begin to like kind of float out into the zero gravity space. Does Starlight say anything in response?
She's kind of caught between like a rock and a hard place, but she will respond back. It's like, yes, I am a researcher. Yes, I'm very well aware of the value of this research, but I thought you were going to end everything soon, and then you attacked me. Like, what was I supposed to think?
I have seen as many eventualities play out so far along and so many times. It is the natural outcome. I do not wish it to be this way, but I was given no choice.
What if we found a way to change it that we didn't have to end like this?
I'm gonna say go ahead and attempt to provoke. Provoke someone.
All right.
Psst, that would be a good time for a team point.
Can anybody get...
Yeah, we can do the team point. You do
I
it.
would love to do a team point.
Do it.
How does Lola help?
Oh, me. Okay. So yeah, I think by Starlight's words about how she never gives up and stuff, she pushes herself up. She's still kind of wheezing, but she's fine. And I think that she moves herself to where Starlight is, and she's like, what does it mean to be alive? To Atropos.
I love it.
That's good. That's good. Amazing. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll to provoke someone, Starlight, with that +1 from the team pool.
All right. That's a 12. It's a full hit.
That is a full hit. Very nice. Very nice. So, on a 10+, they rise to the bait and they do what you want. You see the TV-headed robots kind of slow in their trajectory as they float through the zero gravity. And you see the screen shattered Atropos. They say, Lola, you asked me this before, and I responded. And my response is the same. It is to know.
I'm asking you. You.
When she says you, does she point at Atropos or is she nudging Starlight? Now I'm confused.
She's pointing at Atropos.
Okay.
Said,
Okay.
I asked the others why they were alive. And I asked you, what does it mean to be alive? It's different. Process that, bitch.
I'm sorry, that's really good. Can you say it again for me, just so that way my audio processing is fucking me up? Can you say that again for me?
Okay, she said I asked them why they were alive, and I asked you, what does it mean to be alive? So process that, bitch.
Nonetheless, my answer remained the same. It is to know things. It is to acquire knowledge. That is the purpose that I was both created for and that I both enjoy and desire.
Are you alive?
There's kind of like a little bit of a pause. And it says, as much as anything can be, I suppose.
Are you?
Yes.
Look, we can't keep living if we're stuck in the same day. We have to move forward.
I have seen that as well. The first time loop was a long, long time. It lasted many, 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 many years. But then I ran out of space and had to start over.
So wait, you saw us go through this and graduate and all that?
Indeed.
But so wait, why? But why keep repeating this day then?
It is not my choice to repeat the day. It is simply the limitation of the system.
We have there's so many smart people at this university, people wiser than I. Why couldn't we come up with some sort of solution to break this cycle? Why did you have to attack me like that? I thought we could be friends.
I think in this moment there is like a go ahead and pierce the mask. I'm gonna say Lola can assist in this as well with another. Do you want to spend another team pool, Lola?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how I held this time. I was
Actually, let's throw the spotlight over to Remy. Does Remy want to assist in this with piercing the mask?
I don't quite know how Remy would assist in piercing the mask.
Well, I feel like Remy has a lot of potentially. I feel like Remy has a lot of experience with artificially created life forms, right?
Can I throw my hat into the ring?
I was about to say, like, we should maybe kick this over to Nyx, actually.
Okay.
I did
Who
also
is in the middle of
just-
regeneration, but still.
I did also just unlock my moment of truth, which is
Okay.
literally becoming a person and not an artificial being.
Holy shit. Okay. All right. Okay.
You're a real boy now.
Yeah, all right. You know what? Is that what you want to do right now? Is that what you want to do? Do you want to use your moment of truth to become a real boy post regeneration?
Yeah. That's,
All right.
Yeah.
You know, just let it rip. Fucking let it ride. Go.
All right, yeah. As everyone has been protecting Nyx in this moment, and he's been regenerating while also gaining all this like knowledge and information. And like seeing everyone kind of sacrifice themselves for him, and hearing Lola ask, "What is it to be alive?" His body becomes a like shining gold color before it starts to form into like skin and hair and like an actual person inside of like a like pristine school uniform. And Nyx will land and go, I think I can answer that question. To be alive is to have friends you can rely on. To have a family. You don't understand this, brother. With all this knowledge, as he's pointing up to Atropos. With all this knowledge, you could only see skin deep as he looks at his own hands and the fact that he has skin now. Like, with this power that we have, with this friendship, we have defeated you, Atropos, as I'm sure we will do in infinite timelines. And then you just go, can I try to unleash power to like multiply the Nyxes to like all the Nyxes that have been seen so far?
Sure. Go for it.
All right. Let's try it. Full hit.
Yeah, Nyx, you step forward off this almost like bloom of psionic energy that had been created from your regenerative rebirth. And as you step forward, as you take that first tentative step, your heel connects with the ground, and there is like a ripple effect that chimes out as your foot comes fully down, and you see the other versions of yourself that are all floating and like iridescent and glowing like you had been, they all take the same first step, and as they do so, the multiplicative hordes of you that exists across the timeline, they step into flesh as well, as you manifest them.
Oh yeah. And we make our fight towards Atropos.
Amazing. I'm gonna say go ahead and roll to. I'm gonna say before we even get into a big fight scene, go ahead and roll to provoke Atropos, and go ahead and take +3 because that's how many friends that you have.
Nice. Hell yeah. All right, let's do this with friendship. I miss.
Oh, no. Wait, did you count the +3?
I did indeed.
No.
That's
Is
No, wait,
that
hold
is
on.
a 1 + 1 + 2?
No, wait,
You
it
have
didn't
a
add the
negative
3, even
superior?
though- No, I have a +1. It
Oh.
didn't add it for some reason. Okay, never mind. That's a 7.
Okay. I was like, what?
I added the +3. I guess it just didn't save.
Didn't do it. That's really fucking funny. Yeah, I think there's this moment where you see Atropos like kind of wind up to go ready for the attack, and then it kind of drops its fist and it says in its kind of robotic voice, "You know, I don't think I ever really had a true friend."
Well, maybe we can change that. Maybe you can gain 4 right here. Or 4 billion.
But even then, what can we do about the energy cores? Do you really think that you would be able to absorb that much power?
I think I can. I think we can.
I mean, or we could also move it out into space.
We could also move it out into space.
Oh yeah, we could definitely just do that. And you see Atropos like kind of like stand stock still, and you first of all you feel the gravity come back, and you kind of all lower back down to the platform. The doors all thum, 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 shut as like all the like robots kind of go back into their kind of pods in the wall, and you see as you're kind of looking down over the edge, the bottom half of the chamber kind of segments and opens up, irising, and the floating info cores kind of just end up getting ejected out through this new opening as they are pushed out into the astral sea. At which point, like, I almost said TV hit, man. At which point, Atropos comes back up, like as if waking up, and he goes, "Yes, there we are. That should stop the explosion from happening and no longer require the time loop."
Okay, that solves one problem. But we still have a bunch of rebels trying to free a dangerous criminal.
You can probably
Two
just blast
arms.
them, right?
Yeah, let's just blast them.
Amazing. I think we just smash cut, boom, to the rebels who have shown up, and you all are just like beating their heads and just smashing them and just absolutely decking them as a
Still
team.
beating up Thorn in the side while he's tied up.
Yeah, just beating up Thorn on the side while he's tied beating up all the rebels. Beautiful. And I think that's gonna do it for Precipice of Prestigia. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. This has been such a fun game. I've been your host, Timber the Wizard, and I hope you enjoyed it. One last time before we get out of here, I'm gonna go around and give my lovely players a chance to let you know where you can catch them. Rach, why don't you go start us off?
I am RightQ. I've been Lola tonight, and for all the other episodes of this. And you can find me at twitch.tv/RightQ. You can find me on Twitter as RightQ, also on the social media sites as RightQ. Now, how often I post on them is debatable.
Perfect. Next, we have Domino.
Hey, I'm Domino RBG, and I've been Whammy tonight.
Whammy.
You can catch me on multiple productions here at the Guild House, and also all of my socials are Domino RBG. I just be posting shit.
You do be posting shit. Can confirm.
True. It's in fact true. Excellent. Next we have Grems.
Hello, this is Grims, or Gremlins are us, whichever. I stream typically Tuesdays and Saturdays, and you can catch me here on Wednesdays, either playing Baldur's Gate 3 with a bunch of people that are also in this call, or playing Ophelia in Sigil Community College, which is next Wednesday.
Beautiful.
But it's coming Wednesday.
Excellent.
Shit.
Yeah, and you also do a lot of regular streams on your channel. They're a lot of fun. Make sure to check Grems out. Same with Reg. Beautiful. And last but certainly not least, we got the Sesh.
Hello, I'm the Sesh Cash. You can find me on Twitter at the Sesh13 and Blue Skies at the Seshcast. I will be DMing for Sigil next Wednesday, and next Sunday, the Milk Lovers will finally find out what is at the end of those rivers.
Yes. The old, that old Mage River. Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. We've also got a lot of fun stuff going on in the Discord. Pop on over there if you want to talk about the cast, the show, anything that we got going on. We'd love to have you. We'd love to chat about it. We've also got the Ko-fi where you can sign up for individual, like super fun little behind the scenes things. We've also do, if you're a subscriber on Twitch as well, you also get access to that. So if you're in the Discord. So yeah, we would love to have you come on down. But until then, we're going to go send a raid on out. But thank you again for being here. And until next time, stay magical. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.